dogs! Hello, dog army! How are you all doing today? Hi, dog army, hi! Yarr! It's another day! Good evening, Ignis. It's another bright and wonderful day. The sun rises again, and we've been met with another day. And isn't this going to be an amazing day? I have excellent, exciting news, dog army. A very dedicated card game reviewer is going to be making a video about VROYALE. And I have invited him to come and play against me, just to show him how fun the game can be. Now, did you guys watch my showcase match yesterday against Rukami? Did you see that I was able to summon an army of ink dogs? How wonderful and exciting that was? Did you see that? We're going to be doing the same today. I'm going to be demonstrating how fun and exciting VROYALE can be. So we're going to be doing that. Let's do it. I'm going to call him up. We're going to do that. And then afterwards, we're going to be jumping into some Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Day 3. And today we're going to be battling. We're going to be duking it out. We're going to be duking it out in the Pirate Coliseum. So that's going to be great. But anyway, welcome all of you. Welcome. Hold on. Let me jump with the VROYALE Twitter account and just promote real quick. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Go. Are you all ready? Let's do it. I'm going to be calling him up. Am I tripping, or is he a pirate now? I am a pirate. Yes, I'm a pirate. Let's send him to the game. So. Alright, I'm in gaming now. Oh, what about the ink dogs? What about those? The ink dogs, the stream avatars, the ink dogs. We need the ink dogs, right? Stream avatars. There we go. I'm opening it up. The battle with Rukami was so epic, my face was glued to the screen. I'm glad you enjoyed it, I'm glad. I'm so happy you liked it. Alright. Let's do this. That's stream avatars. That I need to go here. There we go. Alright. And then I'm going to connect the stream avatars. And we're going to be calling up our new opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you all Speedrobo. Hello.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. I think I got it working. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. Turn on my camera as well.
Sure.
It is a potato, but, you know, here
That's
we go.
all good. You can be a potato. I don't mind.
Gosh, your voice is real nice. I like it.
Huh?
I like your voice.
Oh, thank you very much. I like yours. Very American.
Thanks. Yeah, I am extremely American. Okay, I don't think my camera's...
Hell yeah, brother. America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, hey, it's super cool to talk to you. I've been a big fan of your comics for like a decade.
No way, really?
Yeah, I started reading the web browser one back when I was in college. One of my roommates sent it over, and I was like, heh, Internet Explorer, funny.
No way. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
We're still updating
fan
that
of your
sometimes, that comic. It's been going for a long, long time.
Yeah, I don't really read it on the webtoons anymore, but I follow you on like Facebook and stuff. So whenever I see one of your comics cross my timeline, it always brings a lot of joy to my day.
Oh,
you do really good work.
Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, that's funny that we should cross paths in a way that is entirely regardless of comics, entirely irrelevant to comics, I guess.
It's the way it goes, man. You know, that's just the way it is.
I suppose it is. Hope you don't mind. I'm a pirate today. We were gonna play Pirate Yakuza after this.
Oh man, I freaking love Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah, it's great. I'm so excited to play more.
I'll tell you what, Sega, they don't miss. That's facts.
They're doing
Unless
pretty
it's
good.
Sonic, then they miss every time.
Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. Although the movies are good. The Sonic movies are good.
Oh, oh, I love the movies and I love the games. I'm actually a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I just, I accept the fact that it's Sonic.
It takes a bit of energy to love the games, I guess.
It does.
Takes a bit of effort.
It does.
Mm. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's.
so
Do you
let
want
me
to
go
talk
ahead
about
and
anything related to the game before we get started?
yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I'm Speedrobo. I've kind of come across a little 15 seconds of fame out on the internet for talking about VTuber TCGs specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been a member of the tabletop games industry professionally for over a decade, and I have a YouTube channel where sometimes I just talk about my experiences and what I see, and I review games.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have been working on a review for VROYALE,
Yes.
and it was, yeah, and it was funny because you sent me a message like right before I was about to post it, and I was like, oh, well, shoot. Now I'll wait before I post that. So yeah, I had a lot of to kind of give you guys, you and your audience, a
Yeah.
bit of a heads up on what I'm going to be talking about. I actually have a ton of really nice things to say about your
Oh,
game.
that's awesome.
But first, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, no, please go ahead.
So the first thing I want to do is I want to do a disclosure to everybody listening right now. My company, Speedrobo Games, we're a full-service support studio, and Rift Runners TCG has hired us, and they're another TCG that does involve VTubers. But my reviews and my opinions I keep very separate from the sort of consultation side, so I choose to believe it doesn't cloud my judgment. However, I do work with that other company, so keep that in mind in all of my reviews going forward. I want to be as transparent as possible on that.
Sure. Thank you for letting us know. We
Yeah.
we do love the people behind Rift Runners. That's another community game that we do.
They're just such nice dudes. I love them all. It's been a genuine pleasure to get to know all of them because I didn't know any of the VTubers involved before they reached out for me to lend a hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a couple things I really want to say about your game that I loved right out of the gate.
Sure.
Your card border and graphic design is the best out of any VTuber TCG I've seen. It's even like top notch for like TCGs in general. I once wrote an entire paper on how to do proper card border design, and genuinely it looks like you just read it. Like that's how good your card borders are.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate it.
I read your entire
Yeah?
rule book.
Okay.
And it was super easy to pick up, super easy to learn. I have zero qualms just jumping right into the game and starting playing. I want you to go like full out competitive mode against me because like your rulebook is really good at explaining how to play your game.
Thank you. We have a wonderful team here at Merryweather Media who worked very, very hard on this game. We're all very passionate TCG players.
I can tell.
I'm personally a Yu-Gi-Oh gamer, and Carol is our art director, who was in large part the person to thank for the layouts that you like so much of the cards. He is a Weiss gamer. And then we've got Andy.
Oh, yeah. I feel it.
Yeah.
The second you were like, oh, yeah, our graphic designer, Weiss Schwartz fan, I was like, uh-huh.
Yeah. He loves Weiss. And our the guy who we have for balancing, Andy, who has written a lot of the effects. I've written a lot of the effects as well, but Andy's also had a big part in effects and phrasing and balancing and stuff. He is a Magic the Gathering and Pokemon player, so we've got a little bit of everything in VROYALE.
That's fantastic. I actually had a talk with Andy today.
Oh, really?
Great guy. Absolutely fantastic guy. And that was actually the next point of praise I had. I've read your news on your website, and that is exactly what I want to see from a TCG when you release balance patches and notes. Every single change had a full explanation to the fans, to the players, why it was changed. You would be surprised at how many companies just don't bother with that for some reason. And so seeing that you guys are doing that, it really matters a lot, and it shows me that you care.
Ah, that's good. I'm glad you see it, that we do in fact care very much about our card game and
Yep.
and you know,
It's just, yeah, you're doing overall a good job. Bonus points for having a VTuber that I know, because the folks will know I'm not a VTuber guy. I that's not my scene. It's kind of become my scene now through happenstance. But Katie Cat, absolutely love her music. Super glad to see that she's
Katie. She's amazing.
Yeah. So I did have like a couple questions that I wanted to pick your brain on. Do you want to do that like before or after we play?
Let's do it before.
Cool. So here was something that I was wondering, right? And you know, if you can't share, that's fine. But I know that you've done work for HoloLive before. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, they have their own OCG. So how's that working out?
Well, I don't know much about the HoloLive OCG. I know that it's in stores here in Japan. When I go around, I see secondhand card sales at these different stores, and it seems very Pokemon-like from what I could tell.
Yeah, I saw that. So the review of HoloLive is actually bundled in. It's a big video updating everybody on VTuber TCGs and doing the video. But like my HoloLive review is actually after my VROYALE review.
Have you tried it?
But yeah, so I was just wondering, I was like, basically I was thinking like, oh, this gentleman works with HoloLive. So I thought it was interesting that like you weren't invited to the party.
Oh,
you know?
no. Well, well, it is true that I do know some of the girls who run HoloLive and some of the guys, and I have worked with HoloLive, with their management and with some of the girls to create, because we're an art studio, right? So we have we've worked with them to create lore videos, to create. I think we've worked with them on a few music things before, like music videos. Some voice packs, I think we did something for at one point. But we are not too much tied to HoloLive, so we are still very much a separate thing. So I do not like that. You know, they're Japanese mega corporations. They would not involve us in their OCG. That's the JP side. We don't work with the JP side. We only work with the EN side.
Oh, fair enough. Well, it'd be fun to see you guys do a crossover someday.
That would be so cool. I would love that. If we could get some of the HoloLive girls involved in VROYALE, if we could do anything like that, that would be a dream come true. But, you know, with these Japanese companies, they like to do their own thing. So I'm not sure how likely it is. Maybe someday.
Yeah, I've had that experience firsthand. My next question was, I noticed that your card packs only have 5 cards in them.
Yes.
And to me, that was like very card fight Vanguard coded. Is that something with like...
Oh, really?
Why 5 cards per pack? I was just wondering.
Well, it's like Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh packs also have 5 cards per pack.
That's true. Makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah. I think it's because our card pool is not too big as of right now. Not ruling out that we might add more cards per pack, but... you know, I think it's just every card matters, and a box of 10 packs is actually enough to make a whole deck out of. You get it, on average, you should get 2 liters. You should get enough cards to make something good. A deck of VROYALE is only 30 cards, so you get 50 cards in a box. Yeah, so, and if you get 2 boxes, you're going to be able to make a good deck even. So I think it's just I don't know. I don't actually. I'm not 100% sure why exactly we went with 5 cards. I just think it was a rather natural choice for us.
Yeah, totally fair. It was something that I was curious about, and like I actually kind of liked the 10 cards per box thing. Well, that was something I didn't mention. Loved the packaging. And like I really liked the packaging. The packaging was great, and I liked the 10 packs per box. I'm kind of like a small box guy, you know? I like the Pokemon ETBs, man. I'm all about that.
I like it too.
So this was kind of like my burning question in my mind, that when I was looking at your game, I was like, why aren't they doing this? You have a massive media empire filled with characters that I personally love, and I know others do.
Thank you.
Why don't I get to play as like the goth girl in the job?
So I think this is something we've discussed a little bit, is this idea of doing like whoops, just messed up all the cards in the field.
Oh yeah, I'll need the room access eventually, but that's fine.
Yes, you'll get it in a moment. Actually, I can. Do you have your your Steam friend code?
Oh shoot, yeah, let me pull that up.
That's
definitely the easiest way to do this.
But yeah, like collab with some of our comic IPs. That's definitely something. I think right now it's very. We want it to be a VTuber TCG. So when we want people to feel like they can play with their favorite VTuber car, like they can do VROYALE duels with their favorite the favorite VTubers and stuff.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So for right now, while we're not running out of VTubers to play again, to involve, we are going to focus on the VTubers.
Yep, makes sense. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be a lot more interested when I get to play as Internet Explorer Chan. I'll tell you that flat out. I'll be excited for that day.
For sure. No, I think that's definitely in the cards.
Excellent. Very, very happy to hear that. So I think if you're fine with a couple more questions, I think my next one is like, what's your plan for organized play, store support? Are we going to see, OTS promos?
Yes. So we are working on promo cards that are going to be a thing. So as for, support such as getting it in stores, tournaments and the like, right now we are actually planning our first in-person tournament, which is going to be at a VTuber convention. We're going to be announcing which one relatively soon, which is going to be very exciting. So we're going to have two tournaments. We're going to have one where it's a draft where people can learn, and then the next day we're going to have one where it's pre-built decks, pre-built rosters.
Nice.
So that's something. As for stores and the like, we want to do that. Right now, I think what we're aiming to do is we're aiming for like convention events at anime and VTuber conventions where there's a VTuber presence. We wanna make fun events there and teach people to play it, and we want to do online events. We want to do online tournaments and the like, so that people can. We want to build the community online so that people can all feel like they can play cards against each other and hang out and vibe using our tabletop sim mod, although we are hoping to do our own thing in the future, so we're not too reliant on tabletop. We want to do something where the rules are built in.
Absolutely. So here's gonna be my hardest hitting question, because there was something that I noticed about VROYALE that I didn't like, and if you're familiar with my content, you might know what's coming. Why no starter decks for me to buy?
We ran out of money.
Merryweather?
We ran out of money. Yarr.
Oh, you know what? That is the most base answer I have heard to that question from anyone ever.
Man, I want starter decks. Like, that sucks that we don't have starter deck. We just don't have money for it right now. So a little bit of background about this. Obviously, the company Merryweather Media is not out of money. We're fine, but
I got that.
Yes. So a little bit of history about VROYALE that I should tell everyone who's watching right now is VROYALE was originally slated to be released at the beginning of 2024. We were originally slated to release VROYALE at the beginning of 2024. Unfortunately, we were working with a company which is a company that was a great company. It was a wonderful company. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt. It collapsed in on itself. They were going to handle distribution. They were going to get, they had contacts with Bandai. We were going to do a huge thing. It was going to be amazing. And we had so much planned, and we were working on it, and we were going to get many, many big VTubers involved. We had contacts. We were talking with a lot of big VTuber agencies at the time, because at the time there was no one else really in that game. We really didn't have any competition at the time. I don't know if Rift Runners was still around, but I am aware that Oshipush and VCard were definitely not around at the time. So it was all going to be a very, very exciting thing. Now, unfortunately, as I mentioned, this friend of mine, this friendly, wonderful company that we were going to work with, they completely collapsed. So we sat all on our own with no funding for what is a pretty large project. And we were thinking, and then another competitor and two new competitors, which if you're familiar with the card scene, you'll know who those two competitors are. They both announced, and we were like, okay, what do we do now? Because we have very limited money for running a whole card game thing on our own. This was not the plan. We have had huge setbacks, and so we had to choose. Are we going to drop this whole thing? Or are we going to power through with the resources that are available to us and do it on our own? And we're just going to have to deal with any limitation that we may have. That meant we had no money to get things like sleeves, binders, deck boxes, a lot of these things that are really good to have when you're launching a TCG. We didn't have access to those. We couldn't do it. And another thing that was also a little sad, you might, if you're familiar with the VTuber scene, you might notice that some of the cards that we have, they actually use model art. Now, we tried to pretty it up with, some backgrounds and some lines and stuff. And we tried to really graphic design it up. Some of the art is actually art that is art that we had previously. So if you look at my card here, this is an art that is edited from a previous illustration I've had. And this is simply because we did not have the ability or the availability or the time even to actually get custom stuff. So there's some custom art. You can see all of the highlight cards here, the generic highlights, all custom art. You can see Rin Penrose's Subjects in Waiting is a custom art. Code's art is custom. You can see one of my favorite card arts is Macro Transaction, which is Code's event card, which is this card is definitely this card is custom. All in is custom. So yeah, so that a long explanation for, we wanted to do starter decks 100%, but we were not able to. But that does not mean we're not going to see starter decks. That is definitely the plan. You can see
I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah. Yes. That all makes sense. Like I said, that is frankly the best answer I've heard from any TCG I've fired that question off at, and it makes total sense.
Maybe so. I try to be brutally honest when I can be.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Also, I apologize if you or your viewers hear any background noise from my end. I am still inside our warehouse right now, so we've got some machinery that just turns on sometimes. So if you hear any background noise, that's me, and I apologize. Soundproofing's not the best in our offices.
It's all good. No worries at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much the gambit of the questions I had. Oh, heck yeah, let's do this. I am fired up.
Hell yeah. I'm going to give you the password. Game. There you go. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's going to be great. Do you have any other questions? Anything at all you want to ask?
No, I mean, the one other thing that I was kind of wondering about was why you decided to go with the TCG in the first place. Since it was your first outing, why not start with something smaller?
So we did actually start with something smaller. So we had collectible cards, which we had several runs of. We had a collectible card thing for just because I have a lot of different VTuber models, right? So what we did is for a Singapore anime convention, we did collectible Merryweather cards where you could get my different models and different art, and there would be like SR, SSR and stuff. And then after that, we did ASTRALINE cards, which is our VTuber agency, our talent agency, where we have Lumi, myself, Frederick Knudsen, Nick Nocturne, Alfilde, which all are in the card game. So we did 2 test runs where it was just collectibles. And after both of those sold out and did really, really well, and a lot of people really loved them, then we were like, okay, we're going to involve more VTubers for this next thing. Should we make a game too? Yes, we should. We should make a game because we all love card games. And I think it's very it's very important to have utility for the cards, because yeah, like, you know, you want to collect shiny things, but like you want to play with your friends, you know, you want to build a nice deck, you want to try out different synergies, you want to, you know, there needs to be, like, you can't just look at the cards, you need to also be able to play with them, you know. That's why we made a game.
Well, hey, that's great. You know, I totally missed that you had the other collectible cards line, so I'll make sure I get that updated in my video.
Oh, excellent! Yes. No, we had Astraline cards. I don't know if they're still up on the store. I think because they sold out, we didn't do any reprints of them, because obviously at that point we were planning to do the full game, and we had the Merryweather collectible cards, and they did really well, and you know, the supply we had worked really well, and the card stock. I hope inevitably when you get your hands on a VROYALE card pack, you'll see that the card stock is actually very nice card stock. We put a lot of emphasis on it being very good quality cards. So
yeah, I've taken a look at some pictures, and like I can tell just from the pictures, you guys did a really solid job on the print. So definitely no complaints from me.
Thank you.
On that.
We have I don't remember exactly how many foil rarities we have, but we have a lot of different ones, and they're almost different for every leader. So every leader card has their own specific foil rarity and stuff.
Katie. I want this one.
Katie's a good card. She is very, very powerful if you play around her well. There's some good cards, but yes, shall we get into a game? Do you want to save one of the starter decks?
Let's rock and roll. I'm sure everybody's bored just hearing me yapping, so time for me to kick your butt.
Oh, did you see these cards here? So some of our art studio actually drew some funny cards.
That is wonderful.
And another thing also, if you go over here to the to the highlight cards, you'll actually see that the staff, you know, the characters on them is actually the OCs of our different staff who worked on the card game. So
well, that's cute.
Yeah. So the 2-day ban one, this is our art director Carolus. The Wanna Collab is our project manager and also our graphic designer Ignis and Raina. And every debut scuffed features Carolus, our art director, and Mogi, who drew the highlight cards. And Aoife here is on the sponsored stream. So the reason why she's on sponsored stream is because she is my and ASTRALINE'S head manager, who gets us all our sponsored stuff. And Andy,
that's cute.
Andy is visible here on the he is the one who gets a new outfit here, who so if you, I don't know how much you know about VTubers, but when a VTuber gets a new outfit, we call it a new outfit debut. So this one is a new outfit debut.
So I'm very much like how Super Hot Fire is not a rapper. I'm very much not a VTuber guy, so a lot of this is new to me. But I'm excited to learn.
Excellent. Let's jump right into it. Have you saved a roster? Have you saved the deck?
Yep, I grabbed a couple starters.
All right.
And I'm ready to rock. They're saved in my objects folder.
You might notice you've definitely seen the official field that we made, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, we actually have a specific one that was made for more grand showcases. So I'm going to look forward to showing you that one. So let's do it.
I get the red carpet treatment today. I appreciate that.
Yes, you do. Is it loading right for you?
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, this is cool. So I'm going to choose a color for myself, because we need to. So I'm going to be red and you're going to be blue. I see. All right.
Wonderful.
So I like to play some music when we duel. My audience knows that.
Oh, please do.
So let me get some good music here. All right. Well, you know the rules.
Something from Katie, that would be great.
Hmm?
If we could get something from Katie, that'd be great.
Something from Katie for sure. All right, I'm going to pull out my roster.
All right. Can I get the promote?
Yes, you can, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Here we go. All right. So do you know how to shuffle your deck? If you grab your deck by holding it down and then you you shake your mouse, it actually shuffles.
Oh, don't you worry about me and TTS. We go way back. I use this every single day for my job.
That is awesome. All right, fair enough. Well, remember to pick a leader. I'm going to pick a leader myself now.
Okay, I summon Where'd she go? She's in here somewhere. I'll summon
Hi,
Platinum
Hasha.
Nova.
Hasha's oh, and Duke is in chat too. Duke drew several of the cards. He's a wonderful artist.
Oh,
And,
well, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, the artwork's just something I don't have a complaint about either. I frankly don't think it's a problem that you had to, you know, reuse some pre-existing artwork or models. Like, when it comes to making a TCG, I'm gonna tell you point blank, the artwork's the most expensive part. And if you've got a reasonable way that you can still have like beautiful artwork and, you know, keep that cost down, that's cost that you can then pass on to your fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true. All right. Are you ready?
Ready enough. I've also got the rulebook open so I can refresh my brain as I go.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so excited. I love playing this game. It's fun. I
right.
get to play with
5
my
card
own
hand.
cards. So that's going to be great. All right, here we go. I'll start just for demonstration's sake.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to draw 5. And since it's my first turn, I'm going to draw another card. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to put... this is hard. These cards are all good. You know what? I'm going to put Sorcerer's Locution in my star pool. I'm going to tilt it and place Summon the Dog Army on the field. Now, Summon the Dog Army, I can immediately tilt, and then I can put an Ink Dog token on the field. So, Dog Army, show your Ink Dog emotes in chat. Go, go, go. Show Speedrobo, show him. So the Ink Dog are my audience. They're representative of my audience. So you can see all the emotes in chat. They're all Ink Dogs. So I have nothing else to do, so it's your turn.
All right. So, as I understand, I do draw a card.
Yes.
All right. So resource step. I'm gonna throw this card that I don't feel like reading down into the star zone because it produces 4. All right, let me hold on. Read this. There's going to be a lot of reading on my end. So
All good. You take your time. Do you like the Akasupa card, by the way?
I think that it is funny, but I don't want to read it.
Okay. We had
There
a
is
joke.
too much text.
I would read it every time I used it. I'd read the full effect when we were playing originally.
So this produces 4 stars, which I can divvy out between 2 different cards. Yeah?
Yes, you can.
All right. Okay, to the end of my turn, if an opposing manager's character or event card would be graduated, is sent to my star pool. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Read on an opponent's turn. This effect lasts until the end of your next turn. Sent to your star pool as well. Okay, great.
Ooh.
So 2 for this.
Okay. Until the end of the turn, if the opponent is instead sent to the star pool. Oh. Okay. Very
Oh wait,
well.
hold on. Gotta check the rules on something. Is there summoning sickness?
There is debut burnout.
Never mind. No, wait. I played nothing.
It's okay.
Silence.
No worries. There is legally distinct summoning sickness.
yeah. I may use not the correct terms here.
All good.
All right, so we're going to. I believe the term is debut. A Nick.
Nick Nocturne.
When go for the solve enters the graduation zone, which is not yet because he's still breathing. We
Yes.
can fix that though. Name a card and choose a manager. The target manager reveals their hand, discards a card with the name. If they can't, draw a card. Okay, so name would not be the character name; it'd be like the name. Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
So-
Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Well, Homeboy's got debut burnout, so end phase.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So one thing I want to tell you about is a lot of the card effects, they're based on each individual VTuber. So this one, Nick Nocturne, is like kind of a paranormal detective. So a lot of his cards have kind of investigation-esque theming to them. But yes,
Fun.
I am going to start my turn by untilting, and then I'm going to draw a card. Okay. I am going to put another Sorcerer's Locution in my star pool, and I'm going to Debut another Summon the Dog army. I will now tilt both my Summon the Dog army to summon 2 more Ink Dog tokens. Then I'm going to tilt another Sorcerer's Locution to play an Akasuba, which I'll send to the graduation zone and draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed!
Gotcha.
No, not Pot of Greed. That's another card game. And then I am going to... I think I'm going to attack with 1 Ink Dog.
Okay. Now, it is Magic the Gathering combat.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Do I feel like doing this? No, I love 2 damage. Ding, ding.
Okay. There you go. Then it's your turn.
Alright, sweet. We'll do the stand and draw.
Who's Mary playing
You're
against?
not
I got here late. This is Speedrobo, who is a card game enthusiast. How would you describe yourself?
Yes. So for those of you just joining us, I'm Speedrobo. I'm the owner of Speedrobo Games. I've been a professional in the tabletop games industry, and actually the games industry is in general, for well over a decade at this point. That's me. That's what I do.
Excellent.
Let's see. All right, I want some cards with some points down here. Oh, what do you do? Okay, I don't want to play that. We'll put you in the sauce. Go in the sauce. Okay, now this means that I can activate my trap card.
Oh.
I would like to see your hand, good sir.
All right. I will reveal to you my hand. How do I make this happen then? I'll put them here.
Oh, I'm just putting my hand over here.
Yeah,
so
good idea.
Take a look.
All right, that's an event, so the events go up here.
Oh, the events go up there. Oh yeah, they're like the
Field spells.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
So now we both play with an open hand.
I've got 1 sauce left. I could do that. I don't feel like doing that. Let's see. We're just gonna tap for some more sauce. Bring out Nick.
Ooh, a second one.
Yeah, I've decided you're not allowed to have cards in your hand. I will go into combat.
Okay.
Go get him, buddy.
All right, I'm going to block with an Ink Dog.
Now, as I understand, we will trade.
Yes, indeed.
So Nick does get graduated, which triggers go for the solve. I'm going to decide that this card looks important, and I would like you to not have it.
No! He was right. It is important.
All right.
No!
That's going to be the end of my turn, sir.
All right. I will untilt my cards, and then I'll draw a card from my roster. Okay, I'm going to reveal it. So, I am going to... How much cost is this one? 5. I will tilt both of my Sorcerer's Locution star cards, and I'll play Countless Realities, which allows me to copy 1 Summon the Dog army.
Gotcha. Great.
And I will now tilt all 3 of my Summon the Dog army to create 3 more ink tokens.
Okay, seems pretty good.
Yeah. And then I will... What will I do now? I'm going to attack with 2 Ink Dogs.
Okay, Nick's gonna block one of them. We'll trade.
Okay.
And I'll just eat the other 2. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do our go for the solve. Let's see. What is this? You know what? You just don't get to have events this game. That's what I've decided.
I see. Smart choice.
I'll hope so. All right. What else you got for me?
Thank you for the raid, Yovan Nebula. Welcome to the stream. Hi, everyone. I hope you had a good stream. Sorry, I'm just saying hi to them real quick. Speed.
Oh, no problem. Listen, you got a job to do.
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Yovan Nebula. Have you guys seen my my card game? My VTuber trading card game that we made here at Merryweather Media. It's VROYALE, and I'm playing a deck featuring myself like a true narcissist, of course. And I'm playing with Speedrobo, who is a YouTuber who has worked in the trading card industry for a long time. So everyone say hi to Speedrobo. Can everyone please go follow Nova Nebula? Hope it's going good. It's going great. Thank you so much for the raid, Nova. Thank you. We're going to play Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii later, which is why I'm dressed up like a pirate. But first, we're playing a little bit of card games to start out the day. All right. Please go on.
Oh, absolutely. My move.
Ooh.
What do you do? Seems fine. But I think you should go here instead. Earn 100. Under your. Okay.
Do you like the stage, by the way?
Oh, it's very nice. This is one of the nicest tabletop sim mods I've seen.
Thank you.
I actually have a professional modder on staff, and this is better than what he does.
Oh my god, thank you. This is made by Boopy, who is one of our typesetters, who is also someone who likes this a lot, and he actually made this all on his own. We didn't even ask him to. At the stage here. I mean, he made the other one because we asked him to, of course. We wanted a tabletop sim, but this one was made just because he wanted it to be cool.
I like that.
Me too.
We're gonna cast
Read
the view, whatever it's called. We'll
yes.
Wait. Where'd my other Nick go? Oh, he's hiding on the. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's a little bit of glitching on this field.
And then removed from the game. Okay.
He just throw it into the abyss. Amazing. Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna bring out.
Platinum Nova.
Yeah. Platinum Nova seems pretty good.
Okay.
Combat damage. With that character. Got it. So she's got Death Touch and Menace.
Death Touch and Menace. Yes.
That seems in character.
Yes.
With all untilted star cards. Oh, so I've been playing this right this whole time. Don't worry about it. All right, go ahead. Your turn.
Very well. Here we go.
You know what? She's gonna get to be in the center, and Nick can hang out on the side. He's not as important.
I will draw a card from my roster. All right. I got 2-day ban. See, that's a lot of these are VTuber jokes. So 2-day ban is like something that happens relatively frequently in the VTuber sphere on Twitch. You can get a 2-day ban if you show too much fi or something stupid. Yes. So I am also going to follow suit. I'll debut my my leader card, The World as I See It, and I'll read them to you. The World as I See It. At the start of your turn, add 1 apocalypse counter to the World as I See It. When there are 6 apocalypse counters on the World as I See It, send all characters on all stages, including yours, to their graduation zones. Then commission a 2/2 Ink Dog character token under your control for every character sent to the graduation zone in this way. And for every 2 apocalypse counters, all my Ink Dogs gain plus 1 health. Yes.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
Then I'm going to put 2-day ban in my star pool, and I'm going to use it to get another Summon the Dog army out. Here we go. Now it's going to be fun. I am going to tilt all of my Summon the Dog armies to bring out 4 new Ink Dog character tokens. There we go. Okay. And now I will attack with all 4 of my Ink Dogs here that don't have debut burnout.
Well, I suppose I'll block while I still can trade. So we'll block 1. See no downside for blocking a second one here. We'll
okay.
Just go for that. And then I'll eat 4.
Yes.
And please get rid of that card in your hand.
No! Lumino!
Yes. Now, if I remember the rules correctly, characters that are tilted can still block, but their attack is 0. Is that correct?
That is correct, but you've already, unless you've already blocked with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just saying in general.
I
actually really like that addition, because otherwise your combat system's, Magic the Gathering. But this is like a pretty cool addition. I read that, and I thought it was neat.
I believe that is one of Andy's additions.
That was a good call.
It's a good call.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, now that I know what this does,
Yes.
I'm gonna just draw 2.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Oh. I'll remember that for the future. Now, I'm pretty sure that if one of your tokens dies, my grave energy won't affect
Your hand is
it.
public knowledge? No, this is because of the stage card that it's the
yeah,
event card here, Gym Spotter. So because of that, we play with open hands. Sorry for interrupting you.
That, so that way I can see all of Mr. Merryweather's cards and make them go away.
Yes. It's because there's another character card in his roster, which when it graduates, he can name a card, and if I have that card in my hand, he can discard it. So this is how his deck functions. Yes. Sorry. Go on.
Let's go. Let's bring out Death Core Superstar. And yeah, it's just not gonna help me too much. I'll hold on to that for later. All right, it can be your turn now.
Very well.
A board nuke would be nice, but we'll see what happens.
Do you have a board nuke in your roster?
I don't know. I just grabbed the starter deck.
Oh dear. Yeah, the starter decks could be a bit more powerful.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. I have to put a counter on my leader card here. I like my leader card.
I'm glad you do. I would hope so.
I tilt all of my Summon the Dog army and summon 4 more Ink Dogs.
Okay. No board limit.
No board limit.
Oh no.
Here we go. I attack with 7 Ink Dogs.
Oh jeez. You know what? I think you got me.
Oh, I'm so
I think
sorry.
that's gonna be it. No, that's all right. Yeah.
I'm playing with my pre-made deck versus your starter deck.
Wow. That starter deck's right there, and then I saw one with this on the top, and I'm like, all right, sounds good. Like, good way to get started.
Would you like me to show you? I'm gonna do this right here. We're gonna go into the deck builder. I'd like to show you.
Sure.
So, one of the cards that we have that are very important is this one. They cancelled the internet. This is the board wipe.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That is a good one. That I would say every deck needs that one, just because it's so essential. You're gonna get into board states where there's gonna be a lot of tokens and cards in play. Rin Penrose is also a fun deck, which she uses shark tokens, which you can see over here. I drew these myself. Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I am actually a huge sucker for like MS Paint artwork in card games for tokens. I love that stuff so much. I'm a big sucker for that.
Yeah, I love that. I drew these myself, but the plan is to, of course, have tokens that are going to be well drawn. But for now, we're using these, and I like that these are also an option. And
no, keep them.
Keep them? Okay, we'll keep
They're
them.
Beautiful.
And I know that Hasha Brown also drew a token for his card. Hasha is the dino archetype we have up here. And and when you flip them, they turn into dinosaurs. So they go from X to dinosaurs, and the dino is on the other side of the card.
Fun.
Yes. So
I like this guy. He looks cool.
Which Hasha?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a very big TCG player. I play Yu-Gi-Oh with him a lot, so I wanted to invite him to the game.
See what he does.
And then we have Code here, which is one of my favorite archetypes. Now, I wrote this archetype myself. So, Codes, would you like to read all in? If you haven't already.
Oh, I will give it a shot. And top 3. Oh, I love effects like this. This is a very fun way to do randomized effects.
Yes.
That's great. I really like this a lot.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's also the only card in the entire game where if you're unlucky, you lose the game immediately.
Fair enough, frankly.
You have to you immediately lose.
I like it. It's a blackjack style effect.
Yeah, exactly. And microtransactions fun too. So all of Code's cards do this kind of thing. Roll Your Life Away has, you know, this card can also graduate immediately. So it's just a luck-based thing entirely. It's very fun.
Neat.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions about the game or any feedback for me?
Yes. I think that you've got a really solid foundation for a really like straightforward and simple game, and I don't think that's bad, right? When I say simple, that's not a bad thing at all. I mean, at the core, your game's kind of like Lorcana, but with Magic's combat. That's solid. That is rock solid. One thing that I really liked about your packaging, and this kind of compensates in some ways for not having starter decks on sale, is that your packaging doesn't actually mention that you're a TCG at all.
Oh.
So my strongest recommendation is to lean away from being a trading card game. You mentioned that, you know, it's hard to do on your own, and you're right. It's really tough out in the trading card game industry. You've got a lot of competition, not just from other VTuber TCGs, but TCGs in general. So my best recommendation to you is consider posing yourself more as trading cards first, with a fun, simple game attached that you can play if you want to. And then, you know, the lack of starter decks doesn't matter so much. Having a smaller tournament scene doesn't matter so much. Hope that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. It's taken under advisement.
But I liked it. I had a good time.
That's great. I'm so happy to hear it. You can get to some really fun board states. One of the most OP cards we have is the Dear Riku leader card over here. You can create some crazy
I saw this
stuff
one in
with
the
her.
rules.
Yeah. I think she got nerfed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I saw that there was like 20% of your card pool had to get like errated or banned.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that is unfortunately we did our best to playtest in the ways we could, but you know once a large number of people start playing it and making decks and stuff, you get to see some new things that we didn't see before, unfortunately.
Oh, that's always how it goes. I mean, I've had to do so many, you know, bans and erratas for the games that I've released over my career. Like, that's just how it is.
But I think the second wave, when we get around to it, we've already got the roster of talent for the second wave. When the second wave hits, it's gonna be much better, I think, because we're gonna go with custom art. Now we can go with custom art for all the cards. We can go with so no model art anymore. We can make even more fun, like silly card effects, and I think it'll help a lot. Yes,
That's
I'm
good.
excited.
I think my last negative note, and this is much more of a pet peeve for me. People who are familiar with my work will know that I'm a big living card game / expandable card game guy. And so rarity in TCGs just kind of bothers me in general, because like when you're making a trading card game, your rarer cards are always going to be stronger, and I think that that's not so great. So one thing that did bug me when I was reading your rules is that the rarity in your game does have a direct gameplay output in the form of stars and deck building. It's fine. It's a very like minor nitpick, and it's very much a me thing, but that is one thing that did bother me, to be completely transparent.
So I think this is one of those things where now I can't say too much because Andy will kill me. But I personally think that we're probably gonna get to a point where we might be able to do 3 stars that are also in a separate way rare and have foil and stuff. So
that sounds great.
I think the rarity thing being tied to gameplay is less so about necessarily, doesn't necessarily have to be the actual card rarity. It can be a gameplay mechanic tied to it. Now they in the first set, of course, it is directly rarity tied, and I think there's always going to be, leader cards are of course going to be a little bit, you're not going to get multiple leader cards per booster pack, of course, but I do think commons, maybe naming them commons might not be the right message, because
that's kind of what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't think your deck building setup is bad. I've seen Hearthstone do it with like their legendaries and stuff. And I think having limits on how many, 5-star and 4-star cards you can include in your deck is an interesting idea.
Yes.
My point is that calling it rarity and having it tied to rarity does leave a bad taste in some people's mouths because there is that negative connotation associated with it.
I definitely think that there was a lot of people right at the beginning who read into it in this way, and as a result got a little bit of a I saw one person say, oh, you're gonna need like 2 SSRs to make a legible deck, which isn't true. You need 2 SRs. They're the same. SSR and SR are the same. It's just a signature and a hollow foil attached to the SSR. But you absolutely can, if you just buy a single box, you absolutely can make a totally good deck out of it. You're gonna get multiple leaders. The likelihood of you getting a leader is pretty high for this first set. We don't really have any cards that are like very, very hard to come by. Most of them are pretty available in every way. The SSRs are a little more rare, but like you have the SRs to make up for that, so you can still play. But yeah, I will agree with you. That is something we're probably going to think a little bit about in the future, is this idea of free stars not necessarily being, like the star system not necessarily being rarity tied, but rather being gameplay focused, and then their rarity can be a separate thing altogether. I think the first set can still work with that. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. That's so what I recommend. I really, really recommend that. I think the star system's cool. I really do. It's like a pebble in my shoe that it's tied to rarity.
Yeah. I think you're right, and but luckily I do think it's a little it is just a little misleading. I think the way that we call it rarity now, because you're gonna get leader cards, no problem. You're gonna get 4-star cards, no problem. It's not gonna be hard to come by these cards. So calling them rarity is gonna be a little bit weird. Like, you're gonna have people looking at SSR rarity and thinking that it's gonna be, you need those, and you need to buy like 50 booster boxes. You really don't need to. So yeah, I think that's a good lesson to take for the rest of the sets, is to maybe make some rare 3 stars, maybe some less rare 4 stars and stuff. Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome. And the other thing that I want to say is that every single critique, every negative thing I could say about VROYALE, it's all fixable.
That's good.
That's really good.
I'm so happy to hear it. We have had a lot of people saying very nice things about our card game, which makes me very happy, because we were very nervous going into this. We've never done anything like this before. This is the first time we make any game. So while we tried our very, very best to really, I think Kari made a whole mathematical formula for the power of each card, and we really went all in on trying. There was still some balancing issue in spite of all of it, but I think mostly that's been fixed for the online version.
I would like to just take a minute and highlight something you said to any game designers or TCG heads listening to this stream right now. I want to make this clear. Merryweather, Mr. Merryweather, just said that they have a value equation to make sure their cards are numerically balanced before even sending them out for testing. Sir, do you have any idea how rare that is for a new developer to do?
Really? That's
It is
good.
extremely rare.
I mean, it's good we thought to do that then. Good job,
I
Kari.
do consulting calls like this with different companies every day. This is my full-time job. And so often I have to tell them, you know, I ask people and I have to tell them, like, okay, what's your value equation when we go into looking at the balancing? They're like, what's that? I don't know. And I'm like, okay, well, there's your problem. The fact that you have that gives me so much confidence in you.
That's good. We can thank Kari and Andy for working on that, because they're the big boys. They're the big giga brains. I'm more of I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't read, so I can come up with funny effects. But those two are definitely required to make this work.
Yeah, Andy really impressed me today as well in my short conversation I had with him in the Discord. Like, he's clearly got a really good head on his shoulders. No, I've got a lot of confidence in you. There were some definite bumps at the launch, but you know, hearing the story, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm confident that you can get that ironed out and get that moved forward.
Hell yeah.
But like in my review, to be completely honest, I did have to give you an F- for launching with no starter deck.
Yeah.
But I gave you a "you tried" gold star and wrote "see me after class" at the top of your test, and you, sir, have seen me after class, and that matters more than anything else. I really appreciate your time today. The fact that you invited me out means a lot to me.
Oh.
And I understand I might be coming off a little bit arrogant to your audience right now. Believe me, I get it. Merryweather's way cooler than me. I understand.
You're cool too.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that you took the time to reach out when you're this busy of a guy running such an impressive company and operation that I have a lot of respect for was truly, like, impressive and special for me. And getting to meet you has been genuinely great, and I want to play this with you more in the future.
Thank you. Let's definitely play together. Maybe you could be part of a tournament.
No, I'm down to clown any day.
Hell yeah. Now, thank you for being so sweet to me. Thank you, Speedrobo. And
yeah, no problem. I mean, listen. If anybody's familiar with me, they know that I'm mean to people that I don't like, and I give the nice to people that deserve it, and you've deserved it.
Aww.
Absolutely. You're great. You're doing great. I like your game. I think you're on a good track. Just a few little things to shine out, and you're gonna be good to go.
Thank you so much. I look forward to showing you set 2 when it comes out.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. And you've got my number, you've got my contact info. If you ever need any help with VROYALE, you just reach out. I'm here to help.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and we will definitely do that, Speed. You seem to be a very knowledgeable guy on the TCG thing, which is why I reached out to you in the first place. I watched your videos, and I had heard some whispers that you were working on a VROYALE video.
Yeah.
Heard some whispers.
Yes, I made I made a YouTube post about how I was working on a VROYALE one, and it was a little intense, so I have a little bit of regret about that right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Now we saw it. I think Andy was a big fan of some of your videos. He'd watched some of your other videos, and I watched a little bit of you.
Oh my gosh, Andy's a fan.
Yeah, we watched some of your stuff, and we were all like thinking he's gonna make one on ours. He's gonna make one on ours next. It's coming. It's coming. We were talking back and forth about it. So I was like, I should reach out. I should talk to him. I should play with him. I'll show him. I'll show him.
I liked it. You made some solid stuff. Well, I want you and your fans to enjoy some Pirate Yakuza. I'm gonna be in chat watching you. Stab people with swords and all that jazz. You reach out anytime you need help, want to play. I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be in your Discord. I am here to help. And
Thank you so much, Speed. Thank you. Have a good one, yeah? Everyone, please go check out Speedrobo's YouTube channel. He's a very nice guy. See you around.
Peace.
Bye. That was fun. All right, let's do some Pirate Yakuza. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Speedrobo was a guy who kind of reviews card games, and I heard he was making one on VROYALE, and I was like, you know what? If he's making one on VROYALE, I feel like I should be there. I should talk to him first. I should present my card game. which we worked very, very hard on. I should show it off. I should be there to answer his questions. Why were people saying my name suddenly? Oh, Kari, it's because, so Speedrobo said that the one thing that we did that he's not seen any other new card game people do is we had an algorithm for balancing the cards, which was you. Which is why I was like praising you, because I remember that was your addition. You made a little bit of a mathematical algorithm to balance out the cards and the values and stuff. And that's why people... everyone, please be nice to Kari in chat. He is recovering from a surgery. And we are now going to play Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii! Yay! But first I'm gonna remove the thing from the thing. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna remove, because we're not gonna play VROYALE right now. Do you guys like my Apocalypse Now deck? I didn't get to the Apocalypse though. That's my only regret. We should have made a deck for Speedrobo, but he can join next time.